Hey guys, hope all is going well. This is Midway Piper. Just wanted to do a quick video. Today is going to be a VR to Carolina Kirk. It's easier than trying to explain things in the comments section. So, first things first, today I am smoking this is my Chris Harriet rusticated apple with stem that matches my squat Rhodesian. So I got this the same time, the same stem material. So contrast rim. So anyways, just wanted to do a quick VR video. In his last video, Carolina Kirk was doing an unboxing or an opening of some Vincent Manil Semois, and it was this one, double XL cut, and it comes in a brick, so it's it's a big brick, very thick, and I think it was his first experience with it, and first time I heard about this stuff, Semois at all, was actually Chris Harriet. He was smoking some of it in one of his older videos, and it piqued my interest. So did some research on it, and it turns out that when I was looking at the time, Paladin also had a video, at least I think it was one video, maybe there's a couple, about Semois blends, and so when I went online to look at the time, Smoking Pipes had all the Semois varieties. So there's four that Vincent Manil produces, and they just happen to all be in stock. And so I ordered them all. So I just want to show you guys the different varieties of the Semois and what they look like, because it's a little bit different. So one thing to say right away is some of the comments in the video were about how dry the Semois is. And there were some suggestions about rehydrating it. And from what I understand, you're not supposed to do that. It's sold this way because it's supposed to be smoked very dry. So you can right hear how crusty that is. So it's a shag cut. And this is the double XL cut. The nice thing about this stuff, it does run a little bit pricier than your average tin would. But what that brick breaks down to, and because it's so dry, you're really getting your money's worth, because you're not adding the water weight to it, essentially, because it's so dry. But each of these bricks, I think for 3 of these blends, it's 3.5 ounces. That's what a brick breaks down to. So I think this is a quart jar, and they fit pretty nicely into these one whole brick. So that's, just wanted to show you real quick. That was this one. And the Ardennes Valley is where it's produced. From what I understand, it's the only place in the world that it's grown. And he plants it, he grows it, he produces it, packages it himself, and then ships it out. So it's a one farm kind of operation for everything. So this stuff does burn pretty quickly. I wanted to get a taste for this before I started the video, and I think I tasted for too long. As now my bowl, I think, is just about empty. This is a pretty strong tobacco. So before I show you the other cuts of it, when you open them, they've got a funky smell. I think that's a nicest way to put it. It's earthy. I guess you could call it kind of florally, but not like a Lakeland Essence kind of florally. And there's definitely peaty would be a flavor or a smell that I would relate to it. It is not your average burley. It does dry out my mouth a little bit, like burleys tend to do for me. But it is also pretty strong tobacco. So you don't need a huge amount of it. Smoking in a smaller pipe, I think, is generally a better idea. Now, so that's the one that he had opened up. So real quick, I'll show you the other ones. And from what I understand, these three are pure Semois. It's all the exact same type of burley. That's all it is. It's just that tobacco. It's just cut in different ways. The double XL takes a little bit long. It's a little bit longer of a smoke because it's cut so large. Next up, we have just a. So this is it's called the thick cut. So this is kind of like the medium cut. Again, 3.5 ounces. And again, super dry. This one has a very peaty smell to it. Very unique smell. Doesn't come through. It doesn't taste anywhere near like it smells, which is probably a good thing. Yeah, I think that's done. The next one is what they call the medium cut. That's the guy. So you can see this one is just a little bit thinner of a shag cut. But again, still the same thing. Pure Semois tobacco. So that's that one. Those are the three that are pure Semois, and they're just a variety of cut. It's pretty much the main difference as far as I'm aware on those three. Paladin, if you watch this. I'm not a huge fan of most of the Dr. Pepper flavored stuff, but strawberries and cream, they know what they're doing, man. If you haven't checked this one out, check this one out. It's good. Finally, the last one. and I think this is the one that Paladin has a video on. It's a little bit different because it's actually a blend. There's some Semois in this, and then there's something else in it, which is top secret. They won't tell you what it's mixed with. But this is the fine cut. This stuff looks very different. This is what I actually just finished smoking. This one definitely has a much sweeter smell to it. So it's not as maybe offensive when you open the jar, shall we say. And this stuff is very different. So let me pull out some to show you real quick. Well, so it looks almost more like roots in a way. Look at that. You can see there's the chunks of Semois in there as well. But what's this really ribbony kind of stuff? I don't know. It's top secret. They won't tell you what it is. That's the one I just finished smoking. And it definitely is a bit on the sweeter side. And from what I understand with this stuff, you are supposed to keep it dry and keep it packed. So, that's just a little bit about the Semois blends. I believe he's the only producer of it. So, I don't think you're going to find other varieties of Semois other than the Vincent Manil stuff. I don't go to it as often as I probably should. It's good. Yeah, I have it up in a separate area, so I just overlook it, which is probably the biggest thing. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to mention real quick is earlier this morning, I decided since after the Codger Challenge being done, I wanted to try something, so my taste buds have sort of reset, right? So after a month of smoking just one blend or one type, which for me were primarily a heavy Balkan mix, the Raven Eye Flake that I had yesterday was a vapor essentially. Seemed a lot more flavorful to me than it did prior, and maybe that's because it's got a little bit of age on it now. All of these are the same as well. Same. Ordered them around the same time, so this is October of last year. But this morning I felt like I was like, I wonder how I feel about aromatics now. And so I just grabbed one real quick. That was I wasn't a huge fan of, to be honest. But Rivertown Tobacco Works. This is the, I believe, smokingpipes.com brand now, I guess. They're still pretty new, and they just released a bunch of aromatics, a couple, maybe beginning of this year, I guess. And this one is Sunset Velvet, and I believe this one's supposed to be like a cherry vanilla, but there's almost also a tropical thing to it. And it smells great. But I remember where I smoked it before, I was less than impressed. So I ordered an ounce, and I think that was the second smoke of it. Wow. It was definitely very flavorful. much more so than I remembered. So I think we can attribute that mostly to a change of palate with coming off the Cadre Challenge. So just wanted to share that thought with you guys, and a little bit about the Semois blends. So Semois. I got all these on Smoking Pipes. They were previously available. I guess when I got these in October, that was probably by the time they had finished the harvest, and they only produce, I would guess, once a year. So it is out of stock at the moment. I don't know if other places have it. I don't think it's super readily available in most places. These are dated October, so that's when I found it on the website. It was not broadly advertised, so if you're interested, mark your calendars for September, October maybe, and see if it's available again. Who knows, with all the tariff stuff, I'm sure that'll all be settled out by then, but yeah. Just so you know where to look on their website, if you are interested when it's time. This was, you'll want to go to Tin Tobaccos is where it would be under, and then so I think it's listed as like Tobacco Semois or Vanille or something like that. So it's under T, under the list of tins. It's Tobacco de Manille or something like that. So that's where you'll want it. You can find it now. It's out of stock, but if you want to go look, if you're interested, and you can, I don't know, go on a wait list for it or something, they'll email you and notify you if you're interested. But it's definitely different than your average burley. So that's it. I just wanted to share that VR update for Carolina Kirk, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.